All right, guys, welcome to the season three of 9 Tennis, October 2021 live draws. It has been an overwhelming response. We have had 62 players for the singles edition and 41 teams for the doubles edition. So, thank you very much for your support. And today we are going to do both the singles and the double draws. But before that, there are a few important updates, starting with the feedback that we got on the September edition. So, Vivek, do you want to take the slide?
Yeah. So guys, as Kamlesh said, thank you for your response. I think it's very encouraging, kind of build up on what we have been doing over the past two editions. So it's a fantastic response over a short period of time, right? Now, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes of yours, not more, before we proceed with the doubles and the singles draws. And that was basically about what considerations have gone in terms of incorporation into this season three and the October edition, right? So we've got some good feedback, right? So we did an internet feedback, and I think some points we wanted to kind of share with you on a broader level. So one was that look, players wanted to compete on an equal footing, so they actually wanted to play either with the same level or just someone who's one level above. So they would love to have something like that incorporated. I think one common feedback we got from almost all of you was about fun you guys were having while playing this tourney. So and the camaraderie which is starting to develop within the respective communities. I think we also got a lot of feedback around people wanting to stay engaged, people wanting to play more matches, which means that we got to start thinking about the design of the tourney. We also got some great feedback for some people who played with some very advanced players that they got a lot of learning through those games. A clear mandate, and I must say a clear mandate, right? All of you who responded to the survey actually said that you will refer us. So that's just fantastic for people like us to hear. And then we also got some very good suggestions in terms of while running this tourney about certain rules which needs to get solidified, and then we have taken that into consideration. You will get some of that towards the end of this week in terms of the framework we already have and how we are expanding on that, right? So I think taking into account all of this, I think we have incorporated an improvised tourney design, and I think what you are going to find is that this is going to suit all of us, right? Players of different levels, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun and learning together. Now, I'll just give a brief, but I think more expansion can be done by Kamlesh and Ranga when they get into singles. But I think what we wanted to ensure was that we have a scalable system, right? In terms of how we ensure that advanced intermediate players do not meet qualifiers in early rounds. So we've done some categorization around that, and we'll give you a briefer on how we've used an objective system to go around that categorization. And then we've also designed the format in terms of how the qualifiers will move through certain rounds and meet some of the advanced and intermediate players. Right now, one key difference which is there from the previous one, I can tell you. I mean, the current edition is also great. A lot of people love the unpredictability aspect which we had brought in through randomization. But I think going forward in some of the editions which we have, we are introducing a seeding system. And again, this is pretty objective. And I'll pass on the baton now to Kamlesh to walk you through the doubles draws and how the seedings have been established. And Ranga will do the same on the singles draws. Over to you, Kamlesh.
Thanks, Vivek. So yeah, before that, I think there are a few key decisions and updates that we would like to share. So there were a few points that were mentioned around the ball for the tournament. The decision has been made; it's going to be done by ATP. There was a lot of talk around courts neutrality. So here, look, we don't have a mandate. Players have to decide among themselves based on court availability. There was also a requirement for match referee for some matches, but look, given the COVID situation, hardly it's very difficult to have many people on the court. So I think it will be self-governed for now. There was some offline discussion on service line faults. Look, I think this is not a $1 million tournament, and we are here to make friends. So our suggestion is to make players to agree mutually, and replace the point if it is really that big a hassle, right? We also noticed that some players in the group are just asking for court bookings but not giving the court bookings to other players. So our request is that each team has to book minimum 2 hours per round. They can use it for their games or they can share it with others, right? And there's always a contention on, the semifinals and finals venues. So, as a team, we have decided, like, look, we want the semifinals and finals to be held in a place where, they can be viewing done by, an extended team, right, or extended number of folks, right? So we will be deciding the semifinals and finals venue amongst us, and then we'll be communicating, right? It won't be the same venue always, but yeah, we'll make sure that there is variety in the venue. Okay.
Just one more thing. Yeah, just one more thing. I just want to expand on venues. There are also some venues which we have found, are of non-quality. So we'll also be conveying some of that in the rules framework. So we found some courts which are not of high quality. So we'll try and discourage players from using those venues.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. With that, I think we can go to the season 3 men's doubles draws for October 2021. Look, I think, so last time we had this pool format, but this time we have a total number of 41 teams. And, thanks for the turnout. It has been really overwhelming, and it's really, really great that, we have so many people joining this tournament. So what we have done is we had planned to take the draws for a round of 64, in which 8 teams will be seeded. And as you know, when there are then the one whole 64 number, when we don't have all the 64 players, some players will get buys. In this case, in the first round we'll have nine matches, which means 18 teams will compete, and 23 teams will receive buys for the first round, right? And from here on, usual a round of 62 will be played, and then we'll go to 16, and then quarterfinals, followed by semifinals and finals, right? So right now, I'm just going to show you how the draws look like. Just give me a minute. So if you look at the teams that we've had for doubles, we have 41 players, of which 8 are seeded. The seeding is there on the screen, and it is based on our results for September edition, plus the feedback that we've received on the new players, and we have kind of given them seeding. The 33 players out of 41 are going to be randomized. So I'm just going to randomize them right now as we speak. Yeah. So, and then data, and then randomized range, right? So this range is completely randomized again, live. And now we're going to go to the draw generator with all the 41 with 8 seeded. Yeah. So you'll see, men's doubles, and this is not randomized. This is 1 per line, ordered by seed. It says best to worst, but we know that first 8 are seeded, and rest are randomized, right? So now we are going to generate it. Yeah, and here it is, right? So look, Anuj Jomil were the seeded number 1, so they get a bye for first round, and they will meet the winners of Vijay and Pratibhan, right? Similarly, it just follows the same pattern, and we have 9 matches in round 1, and after that we have 32 the round of 32, right, where we have 16 matches. So this will be we'll take the screenshot of this and we'll paste it. So on the deck, which will be shared, and then you can refer to that. And this will also be kind of transposed into the spreadsheet, where we will which will be used to monitor the progress of the tournament. Yeah. So this is how it will go. I think with that we are done here. So we'll paste this after the call, and we'll circulate it. We'll circulate the deck. And I think what we can go is, I just scroll this through again so that everyone can have a view of how the draws work, right? And with this, I think we can go to the deck again, and over to you, Ranga, for the doubles draws. Yeah, so the screenshots will be pasted here, and men's singles draws. Ranga, over to you.
Hey, thanks, Kamlesh. Thanks, Vivek, for the initial introduction. And once again, everyone, welcome to the 9Tennis singles October 2021 draws. Based on the feedback that Vivek touched upon, we have taken into consideration a few of the aspects about playing at the same level. And that has led to some recalibration to the way we are going to organize the singles event. So based on that, we have certain seedings. So the individuals who came to the pre-quarterfinals section of the September edition automatically become the top 16 seeds of the October edition. The ones that get into the quarters, semis, and finals will take 1 to 8 respectively. The way we have done 8 to 16 is on the basis of performances of the individuals and net scores of those performances. Likewise, we have also informed the September edition quarterfinalists that their performance and the net scores will help in seeding them between 5 to 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4 will depend on the semis and the finals. Thereby, we have a total of 62 players, 16 of whom will be taken away from the seedings that we have, and we have 46 players left with qualifiers. When you have 46 players in the qualifier round, we'll have 14 players who will play qualifier round 1. 18 lucky guys will get buys. So with 14 matches, you have 14 winners joining the 18 lucky bye players into a round of 32. The round of 32 will lead to 16 winners who will then join the predefined 16 seeded players from the September edition. They will again go on to play a round of 32 and then move on the standard progression in a knockout format into the pre-quarters, that's the round of 16, then the quarters, semis, finals, so on to the winner. Right? So keeping the same context in mind, Kamlesh, if I could share my screen, please.
Yeah, please.
And sharing my screen now. As you can see, this is our list of players that we have. 16 seeds are here, all named. And that leaves us with 46 players in qualifiers. Pick up the 46. We go to our bracket generator. There's no seeding, so we just pretty much randomly.
Randomize. Hey, just take the randomized seats.
Yeah, this is okay, randomized. And
Yeah.
we generate.
That's it. This is completely randomized. Yeah.
Bracket gets generated, and we now have our players ready. And as we said, we'll have buys on the second round, so 18 of them, and 14 matches played here. So we have Parthiban playing Vijay, Sachin playing Narasa, Rajneesh with Manu. We go down further, we play Sailesh and Carol, Vijay and Sahaj. We also have a few lucky players down here. Sendil gets a bye, Sachin Sharma gets a bye, Puneet has a bye. So all of this gets randomly generated. Once we have the round here played, when they come to this particular section, the draw here, they will join 16 players who are shown in the seeding list. So once we get that draw generated, we will have the Excel sheet created for everyone to see. So the Excel currently will state qualifier 1 to qualifier 16 against each of these seeded player names. So that will be arrived at on the basis of results in this particular row. I'll scroll down again further. You will see who's playing whom, and that will give us a final result of who gets into the round of 32 and meets the 16 seeded players.
Great. So we will copy this and again paste in the spreadsheet. But yeah, I mean and this will also be transposed. Sorry, in the deck, and it will also be transposed in the spreadsheet for the ongoing management. Yeah.
Absolutely. Kamlesh, I'll stop sharing. You can take over.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen now for a minute. Yeah. So this was it. Yeah, we'll space it here, and then we'll upload it on YouTube. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So thanks a lot. I think this video will be live in some time, and yeah, all the best, and enjoy the season 3, October 2021 of 9Tennis, and remember, be your best. Thank you very much.
All the best, everyone.
Good luck.